So Solo hit theaters this Memorial weekend and only brought in $83.3 million from Friday to Sunday. That is very not good for a Solo movie, for a Star Wars movie at all. So my question is, what happened? I've read all kinds of different things. From where I've read, basically, is it fatigue of the series? Because we've had a Star Wars movie every year. I don't believe that, because we have comic book movies every fucking year, and yet they still are breaking records like Avengers: Infinity War. So therefore, I don't believe it's fatigue. My belief on Star Wars, because if anybody who knows me knows I'm not a big fan of Star Wars anyway. But to be honest, I think for this particular movie, it was bad timing. It should be Star Wars, yeah, it should make a lot of money, but the thing is, you had Avengers: Infinity War still playing in theaters, still, kicking ass. Deadpool just came out last week. So, and then Star Wars, it basically plays to the same, fan base that those two play on. So, I think a lot of it has, some of it does have to do with competition. But the thing is, why go away from what works? You release a Star Wars film every December for the last 3 years, and you know what? You've kicked ass and took names. It was the number one movie every single year, and it baffles me that But seriously, stick with what you're good at. I mean, you released them every Christmas, and you had no competition at that point in time. That's when they should have released this movie. But also, the reviews on this movie have not been very good for it at all. I've seen a lot of views on Facebook and also on YouTube here saying basically, save your money, don't go see it. Now, me personally, like I said, I'm not a big Star Wars fan. But actually, the last trailer I seen had me a little interested in actually watching this film. So I will definitely check it out, not in theaters, but definitely on when it comes out on Blu-ray. I mean, I love Emilia Clarke in this movie, or Emilia Clarke anyway. So therefore, I kind of want to see it just because of her character. So I'm kind of curious, how it's going to be. And then they have already announced. They announced actually the day that the movie came out, but they already got one of the next next Star Wars stories ready to go, and it's Boba Fett. So therefore, it's like, okay, you got Solo, didn't do very well, but Rogue One and the last two episodes have done great. But we're going to take a character that is basically just a fan character, because he didn't have much of was not that great in the movies. He died, like, won't even get into it. But the thing is, they've already announced that Boba Fett is going to be a movie that they're going to have coming out. My hope is if they are going to do Boba Fett, they need to make sure, one, they get a good director and everything to do the story right, to make it where fans will enjoy this movie and want it. The next is release it during Christmas time. That's definitely when you have no competition. All in all, I think basically what this comes down to is poor direction, poor storytelling, poor execution, and poor timing on everything for this movie. I think it should have, like I said, been released later in the year, and then they probably should have went with a better story and director in this film. I mean, like I said, I haven't personally seen it, so I can't really judge it per se. I'm just going by what I'm reading and everything, and the reason why it didn't do so good. But let me know what you guys think of Solo, the Star Wars movie. Why do you think it didn't do that well? Leave it in the comment box below. If you ain't a subscriber, please subscribe. And that is my opinion on Solo, the Star Wars movie.